Hi everyone, Mindy here with Mindy Egan Design, and today I'm showing you a card that I created for Kraftin Kimmie Stamps, and I'm going to be showing you a new product line that Kraftin Kimmie Stamps came out with recently. So she now has available 5 ink colors in these brand new ink pads. So there is Mermaid Melody, Purple Pansy, Raspberry Rose, Lovely Lagoon, and Wicked Black. These are a felt pad. This Wicked Black is Copic friendly, watercolor, pencils, all that jazz. And then she also has some mini ink cubes in these colors as well, and re-inkers, which I believe as of right now are out of stock, but you can pre-order. So be sure to head over to the website. I'll link that down below as well, and check out the fabulous deals and bundles that she has going on. So right now for my card, I'm going to be using the Mermaid Melody. This is one of my favorite colors out of the new line that she has. And I'm going to be doing just a little bit of stenciling. I'm keeping it real basic, just kind of getting familiar with everything. And I'm going to be using this bubbly stencil that I have. And I'm just taking a small piece of cardstock. This is turquoise. This is what I happen to have on hand. And I'm going to do a little tone on tone. And I'm just inking up my ink pad and bringing that over to my stencil and just in a circular motion applying that ink. This is going to look fabulous on this blue. I really like how this came out, and it just worked really well with the card idea that I had. Oceans of Love is the stamp set that I'm going to be using with it. So I just thought this would be a really good effect. So I'm just going ahead and removing that. And I used some purple tape to hold my cardstock in place on my stencil so it didn't move around. And look at that, it's so cool. It looks like bubbles, which is perfect. So to clean my stencils, I'm going to be using the Simon Says Stamp Cleaner, and I just spritz that and wipe that clean with a paper towel. This worked really, really well to get that off. I don't have any hue of the color left on the stencil. This came off perfectly clean. So that's just the cleaner that I happen to have on hand. I think Kimmie may be having a different cleaner available in the store, so be sure to check that out. And then I'm going to be moving on to the stamp set, the Oceans of Love. And I'm deciding to use the dolphin and the little fish to go with my little bubbles. So I'm just going to grab out my MISTI tool, and I'm going to get this lined up in the MISTI so I can stamp it. I'm going to be using the Wicked Black ink from Kraftin Kimmie Stamps. I've used this quite a few times on some cards already, just kind of getting familiar with it. Works wonderful. I am a heavy colorer. I use a lot of layers, and this has really held up to the test. So this is just a really great ink to have on hand for Copic coloring, watercoloring, colored pencils. And just personal habit, I stamp my images twice. And then I am also cleaning my stamp set with that same cleaner that I used previously. And these came off great. I'll show you here in a second. There's no staining on my stamp when I use that. And even if there is any staining, it's not going to hurt the stamp at all. So either way, all good. So now I'm just going to come in with the Copic Coloring. And this is a little bit of a different combination to use with my dolphin. I normally would kind of do like a blue hue, but I kind of went for this purplish blue, and I really like how this came out. So I'm using BV25, BV04, and BO2. And I just start out throwing in some shadows here. And I'm just going on the bottom side of the belly, under the fins, a little bit under the mouth, behind the head. I'm throwing in some shadows. And then I'll come in with my next color and start bringing that out, blending that out into the dolphin. And typically with my coloring, I do go over them twice just to make sure I have a nice smooth blend and deepen up my shadows. I color on Neenah Solar White cardstock, 80 pound. This is just my personal choice of cardstock to use. And one of the biggest reasons that I actually chose this cardstock is because it's fairly affordable. I get a huge ream that I buy, and I use it for my card bases a lot of times. So this way, if I have an outline or if I want to do any layering, all my whites match. I don't have to worry about one is a brighter white than the other. So that is one of the main reasons that I picked this cardstock. And it does soak up quite a bit of ink, which, like I said, that's all personal preference. This is just how I have learned to color, and I like how it blends. So that's what I stick with. So I'm just going through and, like I said, deepening up these shadows a little bit. I did go outside of the line there a little bit. So I just came in with the colorless blender to kind of push that color back in. Now here I'm coming in, I brought this in the second time. This is the BV25, and I hadn't decided at first to use this color. This was kind of an afterthought because I wanted those shadows just a little bit deeper. So that was an afterthought that I brought in. And then coming back in with my colors and getting those blended out. And I really like this color on this dolphin. It just came out really well. I like how my highlight areas turned out with this color combination and how it looks with my bubbly background. So while I'm getting this finished up, like I said, make sure you head over to the Kraftin Kimmie Stamps website. Check out the deals that she has going on right now. And she's got some special bundles in there. There are some stamp sets that are going to be coming out in the May release that you can pick up the bundle if they are still available. So just be sure to check that. They may have sold out. I'm sorry I did not check before doing my voiceover. So just be sure to check those out. But she's got some great deals, great specials going on with these ink pads. And they are some really cool colors. If you check out the Kraftin Kimmie Stamps Friends Facebook group, there are a bunch of videos that the girls had done throughout the day, kind of showing some different techniques. I'll have some just throughout my projects that I'll be showing different things I'll be doing with them, and also the Kraftin Kimmie Stamps YouTube channel if you're watching this on my channel. So lots of things to check out, lots of great useful information. So now that I have my animals all colored in, I'm just going to go ahead and fussy cut them out. And I did cut right up to the black line. Now there are some areas where I didn't get in all the way, so I'm just taking this black marker and kind of going over those edges, so it's hiding those white areas that I may have missed. And that just kind of gives it a complete look. And then I just blackened in that eye a little bit. So there's my bubbly background that I trimmed down a little bit, and this is going on an A2 size card base, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I just love how those look on there. And I have the sentiment on here. Have a fantastic birthday, splish splash. I thought that was just really fun to go with my dolphin. So I'm just kind of getting it lined up where everything is going to go. I don't want to attach anything down yet because previous experiences, I get ink all over the place and it ends up on my card. So stamp my sentiment first and then I will adhere things down. So like I said, just lining that up, figuring out where I want to go. And this is a ruler I got out of the MISTI corners set that you can purchase. And I use that to help line my sentiment up and make sure that it is straight all the way across. I'm going to be using the Wicked Black to get my sentiment stamped out. See, did you see that ink on the door? That is why I stamp my sentiment first and then put my card together. I'm such a messy stamper. So anyway, stamp that twice. Super solid, crisp black. And just getting that all cleaned off so I don't get it on anything else. Nice and clean and all pretty again. And now I can start putting this card together. Now that everything is all ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and start gluing these down. I did pop up the dolphin with some foam squares, and then I'll be finishing the card off with some sparkling clear confetti, and I'll just glue those down with my jewel picker and my Nouveau Deluxe adhesive, and that will end up finishing off the card. So I hope you enjoyed today's card. I hope you check out the Kraftin Kimmie Stamps Facebook group and see all the wonderful techniques that the girls have shown. I'll have all my links posted down below in my video description and also on my personal blog as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time.